Okay, so this is another place, another response that was overall really good. There were just a few things that we could add to make it more detailed, to really add some elaboration into it. So it says, if I could travel back into any point in history, I would go to 9/11. I would go to this point in time simply to witness it and nothing more. Having the ability to go back into time is a big responsibility, so I imagine this encounter to be a simulation. I would be floating over the top of Manhattan and watch the encounter. And yes, of course, what happened on this day was truly devastating. I just have an interest in it, just like my interest in the Titanic. Ever since I was a child, I have had an interest with the Titanic and what happened. Now, thinking about the other events, I've become more interested in 9/11. So I would go back in time to any point. I would go to 9/11. Okay, so I think, well, overall, it's good. There's a few places where we could add some sensory details just to help the reader. Remember, you want the reader to be able to visualize what you're doing there. So for this one, I just added in a few sensory details. So I kept it here where they had mentioned floating over the top of Manhattan. So I just said taking a moment to notice the busy Manhattan morning, people scurrying about on sidewalks and streets like ants in a line. So I kind of combined some sensory detail with some figurative language there. And then down here, where they talked about the Titanic, I just said, what happened to that giant ship as it struck the frozen iceberg? Not that the Titanic wasn't really the focus of this, 9/11 was, but I thought that was just a good place to add in some sensory details just to kind of remind the reader what you're talking about there too. So again, you had the original over here and then the second one that I added where I just kind of added some details into it.